Vikings-Niners in Santa Clara yesterday. That was the first game of divisional weekend. Kirk Cousins coming off his first playoff win. Jimmy G trying to get his first playoff win there. First quarter, no score, and Jimmy G fakes the handoff to Tevin Coleman and hits Kendrick Bourne for the 3-yard score.
Man, Xavier Rhodes.
Struggle
was
bus.
shut down.
Third quarter, 3rd and 9, and Kirk Cousins intended for Adam Thielen, but Richard Sherman grabs it instead.
Still playing at a high level.
Putting them paws on him.
Yes, he did.
That was an 8-yard curl.
Screaming, I like that right there.
Goodness gracious, Kirk, don't throw it to me. Yep, he threw it to you.
That's what Thielen was looking like.
Niners here, first and goal. Tevin Coleman gets the score. Would finish 22 rushes there, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. All the Shanahans are happy.
Really
Niners win 27-10 to go on to the NFC Championship game. They will play either the Packers or the Seahawks, depending on tonight's outcome. But 49ers, Jeezy, they look good.
My Vikings. I'm going to call them my Vikings. You see, I'm going to admit it. I was talking all that smack.
You laid
yesterday.
all on the ground over there.
Oh, that was in the Chiefs towel. That was different. They're
regardless.
still alive. Go Chiefs. So I had the thing on my, and you guys said, you better be wearing that tomorrow. And I just realized I was supposed to, and I forgot to bring it out. So I was going to have it on because I'm going to own my mistake. I thought they were going to show up. But the one thing that really screwed with my head, Mike Robb, is I heard Robert Saleh during the bye week, and even leading up to this game, the week of preparation, I'm hearing coaches and potential GMs say, yeah, I just talked to Saleh. I said, if he's making all these calls, is he focusing on the game? And you said what yesterday when I told you this?
Their defense isn't that complicated. It's not much scheme.
Number one. And number two, supreme confidence.
Supreme confidence in the fact that Kirk Cousins is the quarterback of the middle.
No, I think
I had to say that. I'm sorry.
Supreme confidence that pass rush.
That pass rush will get there. You can get there with 4 guys. But I just thought that, Richard Sherman, man, we saw it in the highlight right there. He's playing at such a high level this late in his career. I just think his energy, his juice, his presence on this team is elevating everybody around him. Look at this play right here. He ran the route for Adam Thielen, and this really was one of the turning points of the game. A lot of people talk about Sherm doesn't play real defense and stuff like that.
He made a point of noting that was
you already know. You already know
he was talking to me. Sir. But it's all good, baby. Hey, he played that great. And I will say, this defense isn't overly complicated. They were in man-to-man on that particular play. But I've covered receivers where, you got that receiver kind of, controlled from the line of scrimmage. Most receivers kind of give up on that route.
Don't take away from that man, Sherm, man. Don't take away from him.
No. Great play by Richard Sherman. But they tend to think.
Quit on that route.
Yeah, Sherm made him quit on that route, but they tend to think that the quarterback won't throw the ball.
Yes.
If you're seeing me getting jammed up, most quarterbacks got to go the other way. And I made the point to say, Kirk Cousins never has thrown the ball at Richard Sherman in teams that I've played on. He's always kind of shied away from him. He would never go at the top guy. And so for Kirk to feel like, hey, I'm going at this guy.
See,
that's what happens.
I think it's different.
Interception.
Kirk threw an interception and Jimmy Garoppolo threw an interception. And I talked about how this offense is pretty much very similar. Mm-hmm. It's identical. So in both of those picks, you saw those guys never saw the defender. Why? Because this system is saying if you do your play action, you do your reads when the safety's in middle field, this guy should be open.
Yeah.
And Sherm understands offenses well enough because he played offense in high school and in college. That's where they recruit him at Stanford. Now he's a corner. He understands if you throw off this timing, the quarterback's supposed to go to the other side. That was a 12-yard curl that ended up being a sloppy 8-yard, don't throw it to me, oh, crap, he threw it to me, pass. That's what happened. And so timing is everything. He threw off the timing. It benefited him. Man zone, I don't care what you play. Can you play your position?
Yeah.
And you know what? Sherm is a zone and man coverage, and he played well. Xavier Rhodes used to be man. He doesn't look like he could play zone anymore either. So you got to figure out what is your identity and what can you do. And I can tell you, Sherm and his identity, he can play it. Xavier Rhodes, you got paid. You may not like what I'm saying. However, you get the contract, your play must equal it. If not, they call it restructure or we cut your ass.
Yeah, that Vikings defense looked gassed.
Ask and you receive. They just ran this into me. This is what I had on yesterday. Now, in a Viking funeral, they burn the boat. So, excuse me while I go to the fireplace. I'll be right back.
Don't throw that in the fire, man. Bro. Sit down.
Sit down.
It gets cold.
He breaks the code all the time.
Welcome back to Good Morning Football Weekend. So this Wednesday, 15 legends will be added to the Pro Football Hall of Fame as part of a special centennial class in honor of the NFL's 100th season. It'll include 10 players, 3 contributors, and 2 coaches. We'll find out who's in the centennial class live on Good Morning Football this Wednesday. That's starting at 7 a.m. But we already know one name. Watch what happened on CBS's pregame coverage last night.
You know, Bill, there's something else special here. Hey, who's this big fella?
Hey, I'm sorry to interrupt
David.
here. Good to see you, Phil.
Good to see you, man.
You betcha. Sorry, man. I was trying to knock on a door back there, but you don't have a door.
Knock it down.
Knock it down. Hey, Coach, for your viewers out there who don't know, I'm David Baker, president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And on behalf of all of those of us who love this game and the Pro Football Hall of Fame, it is my great privilege.
This isn't right that this is happening right now, but...
Okay, never mind.
No, please come back. Come back here, David.
Coach, I want to thank you for all you've done for the game, for all you're going to do for the game. And I want to welcome you to Canton, Ohio, where your bronze your legacy is
How
going to
about
live
that,
forever.
Bill?
Congratulations, Coach.
Congratulations there to Coach Cowher. What a moment for him. And how about this tweet from the bus, Hall of Famer Jerome Bettis. Congratulations there, Coach Cowher, on being inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, my coach in Pittsburgh, and now my forever coach in Canton. Remember, you can find out who else makes it in Wednesday on Good Morning Football.
Jerome Bettis will tell you, you can write that Hall of Fame legacy in the postseason. Maybe some guy's going to start to do that today in Kansas City. You smell that? That's the smell of barbecue. It's also the smell of Ian Rappaport.
Oh.
Well, he likes barbecue. He's from the South. He went to college down there. He's got a smoker. He does a lot of that stuff. All right, Ian. 2 quarterbacks on the field today playing, both about to get paid. They say never talk about another man's bank account, but that's literally your job, so go.
That is, in fact, literally my job. We've talked about the huge contract that is coming for Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs star quarterback. That is expected to get done this offseason. Really haven't dug into it yet, except for some planning on both sides, because everyone knows this is going to be a mammoth extension, likely to make him the highest paid player in the NFL. This, Mike, is probably going to come after the new CBA is finalized, just to know what financial parameters they're actually talking about. And then, of course, his opponent in today's game, we know that Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes have a little bit of a rivalry. One was drafted right before the other. Obviously, Mahomes coming first, 2 young quarterbacks, both watching each other. I would not be surprised, based on what I know, if after Mahomes gets his huge contract, that is time for Deshaun Watson's huge contract that he hopes would come in right above the Patrick Mahomes deal. These two compete on the field today, and then in the offseason, I would expect them to compete a little bit as well.
And just to give a little bit of an idea for some folks on the timeline, you talked about that new collective bargaining agreement. There is optimism that could come soon, perhaps before the start of the league year in March. So that's what they're watching as far as those contract negotiations go. Thank you, Ian. See you next hour. All right, you know this one is going to be good. Seahawks, Packers in the cold. Steve says it's not football weather, but it is today, especially when you're out there in Lambeau. We are live there with what to watch for next.